Hi, Wales. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Let's review Tesla. We have a very interesting week coming up, and I say it's interesting because there is a potential for at least a relief bounce or a short-term bottom here. I'm starting to see signs of it. So let's really review and see if we can actually turn green for the entire week. All right, that'd be awesome. All right. So with that said, with Tesla, guys, you guys know my sentiment. We had this uptrend all of a wave 3 forming, right? And then now we have a complex correction, a W, X, Y, X, and then finishing off all of a Z wave coming down here. Now you can see that this is a very complex correction in red, right? W, X, Y, X, Z. You see these corrections happening typically across stocks like AMD, Nike, PepsiCo, right? Just to name a few recent ones. And it looks like Tesla is doing the same. Now, just a disclaimer though, if you're a long-term investor, in my opinion, anything under $270, $300, you guys should start accumulating. This is the time to buy because of the fact that I do have Tesla going up to $520 per share in the future. And then I also have it long term, $1,000, $2,000 as well, long term, right? So in my opinion, anywhere around these levels, especially in the 250 down to the $180 mark is in my opinion a great opportunity for you guys if you're not in Tesla already to start accumulating shares. Now from a trader's mindset, right? And for someone that does care about the shorter time frame moves, what I'm looking at is whether or not we're starting to wedge out here, right? From this X wave down to the Z wave, we have an A, B, and then potentially a C finishing off, or we might get one more subwave down, but it looks like we're starting to wedge out. And what I would love to see, right, for instance, if this is the actual bottom here, okay, this is the actual bottom, what I would love to see is Tesla starting to push up to the right and then start making this dip, hold that higher low, and then eventually break out like this, consolidate here, and then push up even further, right? That's what I would love to see. And the reason why is because right now, if you see Tesla, we are in this sort of massive downtrend, started from the beginning of last year in December, right? So we're constantly making lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, right? So we're still in this massive downtrend, guys. So in order for us to get out of this downtrend, Tesla needs to start breaking this trend line that's forming right across the price action. And I need price to start breaking out, retesting this, and this is where I will get in on the dip, right? I don't like catching falling knives. I like when price breaks out and then retests. So I'll get in on this dip, starts moving up, consolidates. I'll also buy a few more here, and then we can move up towards the upside, right? This is exactly what I want to see. And you can see this is your inverse head and shoulders pattern, right? That's an inverse head and shoulders pattern, a beautiful bottoming formation here on Tesla. Okay, until then, guys, I'm patiently waiting. I'm not trying to catch the falling knife because who knows, guys, right? Who knows? Tesla can keep, trying to test this and go down, test it, go down, and very similar to an AMD situation. We don't know if this is the bottom or if this is the bottom. Who knows where the bottom is, guys? The only thing I know as a trader is that once we start breaking out and confirming that now we're out of the downtrend by breaking this downtrend trend line, now this is beautiful. Now I will get in on the uptrend and buy the dips on the uptrend right here and here. This is what I would love to see. Okay. I don't like catching falling knives. I like to buy dips on uptrend. So I'm waiting very patiently, but it's starting to look like there could be a bounce soon. And the reason why, if you take a look at the S&P 500, right, we potentially have a wave 1 in red, 2 coming down, 3, and putting in this 4 for, a pretty rare pattern, but we have a flat, an A, B, C in black, and we did come in and tick into my buy zone here on S&P 500. And if you take a look, we're also getting supported by the moving averages on the 3-day. So if the S&P can actually hold this, consolidate a little bit, maybe have one more subwave down, who knows, right? Who knows? But if we can sort of consolidate here and stay above here, we can ultimately push up higher. And that's what I would love to see Tesla do, right? So if you follow that blue path, we go up, come down, make a higher low, and then break out, right? Closer to those targets at the all-time highs. That's what I love to see, okay? So we really need to double check and make sure and keep an eye out on the S&P 500. It's going to be extremely important for us to make sure we keep an eye out because everything will be determined by how the S&P 500 moves. But right now, we are in what I call a good area for a chance at a bounce or a chance for a reversal here. Okay, so let's keep a lookout for S&P. Let's keep a lookout for how Tesla's going to react. And if the S&P does push up, right, then I expect Tesla to start pushing up as well, right? We get that dip. I would love to buy that. And then ultimately, let's see if we can keep trekking forward to hopefully $520 into the future. So until then, guys, again, I'm not doing anything. I'm waiting patiently, right? I'll buy the dip on Tesla once it starts uptrending, right? Until then, I'm in other stocks, guys, right? I'll see you guys there.